Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're looking at the Cobra Stellar Stiletto. This really is getting to be about one of the first, if not the first, true actual spacecraft that we get from Cobra and from the GI Joe line. Um, I mean, we did have the Defiant, which flat out really is a spacecraft, but I mean, as far as other stuff or whatever. So you know, I think you get what I mean here. All right, so this was first released in the United States in 1988, included the Star Viper, and was also available in 89, and unfortunately was discontinued in 1990. So, looking here, we do have the Star Viper, who was released exclusively with the Stellar Stiletto. And then we have all the nice views here. So we have a front on view of the Stellar Stiletto. One of the things to really note, I don't see any signs of actually having um, landing gear on here. So just kind of keeping that out. And you know, it is a nice looking vehicle for the time that it came out. And, it is a very um, lacking as far as wings and all that go. But there again, we have done that in NASA and all that as well. So it's not saying it's without being in the realms of possibility. After all, I know my father, who was in the Navy, had a saying about the F4 Phantom was proof that if you put enough thrust behind a brick, it will fly. So, keeping all that in mind, here we are with wonderful views from yojo.com. This was one of the views I was trying to see. We do have four missiles here. I'm listing all four of these missiles as the same. Um, just kind of trying to keep it a little on the easier side. And I think it does a good job here. Um, all the different additional pictures here. And of course, yojo.com does keep all their, and rightly so. I mean, anybody that's trying to take their stuff and then claim it's their own or whatever, you know, I don't claim this as my own. They went through the work getting all this together. I'm just taking advantage. And, if anyone's curious, there's lots of information on stuff, including all the figures on yojo.com. So if there's a certain figure you really want to know about, it's there. And I've done that for some of our action figures and stuff like that as well. So, all right. So the missiles, the machine guns, tail fins, and engine covers are easily lost and or missing. We do have this stuff listed in comic books. So, special missions. This, I believe, is our star. No, there's our stellar stilettos there. I'm trying to figure out what this one is in the forefront. You know, as time goes on, and let's see, come on, here we go. And there's our commercial spot. So the tail fin kind of goes up, so it can sit there, and we can launch it. Now, I like to think about this in the same form of how Star Wars has it, where we can use our great. I'm thinking about this repulsor lift to kind of lift it up and then take off, much as we see with the X wings, the Y wings, and the like. So, all right, and then we also have Brazil has got some different box art. I think. Let's see what our pictures show here. As my internet is going slower and slower, I think it's just showing that it's really just the language barrier. Oh, and we have a Batman version of this, so that's kind of funny. So interesting, funny, not bad. When this was released, now keep in mind this was also with a figure, $6.29 back in 1988. That is really an interesting thought that with a figure it was $6.29. So, all right. All right, so when we bring this into the stats here, so this can be joined into our GI Joe or GI Joe Star Wars universe here. Um, this is at Starfighter scale, of course. I have it roughly about 40 feet, so about 12 meters long. Crew of one. Cargo capacity is going to be about 25 kilograms. Full coverage, of course. Space is going to be 9. Maneuverability, I have it at 3D. Whether this is right or wrong, I'll keep it at a 3D. Let's see. Move. So, actually, kind of trying to convert this because looking up some of the other ships from Star Wars and all that stuff, a Space of 9 gets us about a 1,150 kilometers an hour. So that equates down to about 714 miles an hour. So it's kind of zipping by. Has a body strength of 2D. I figured that's probably good. We're still working out the kinks on a lot of this stuff. Um, let's see. We have a medium laser cannon on the front. So that's going to be Starfighter scale, 2D fire control, and 5D damage. And then keeping it as 4 Stiletto, missile bombs. Um, I don't need the bombs part on there. I was grabbing one of the fire bed is where I grabbed it, so I just had all the move and everything else, and I had to go through and redo a lot of this stuff. But unfortunately, when I put in the stiletto, and I have stiletto spelt wrong, so let me fix that. My spelling is always atrocious. Um, oops. Let's see. So as I fix my spelling, and I'm kind of looking around here trying to get this. All right, now it looks like we got it right. 4 stiletto missiles. Again, Starfighter scale. Fire control is 1D. Damage is 90. So really, that puts it for like the proton torpedo missiles. That's what the damage is based off of, and I think that fits. We could lessen it, or I think we're starting to get to that realm of let's keep the missiles about the same as what we have in Star Wars. So if we do throw this into a Star Wars universe, everything's kind of on par with each other. So I think we got the feel of it. I think this encompasses it. It is a simpler vehicle than some of the other ones that we've done. And the one I'm going to point out again was the bug because I had to really do 3 different vehicles on that one. Um, they're fun play sets, and I'm not going to disregard that. It's just trying to make the stats, and because time is getting a little bit more limited, 3 videos a day plus work and all that, and trying to spend a little family life, which, you know, it is what it is. But it's fun. It's fun bringing this to you so that way you guys can see possibilities of trying to do this in a D6 universe. So, um, I might complain about it a little bit here and there, but really it's all for the fun, and it's just trying to pull out what little bit of hair I keep on my head, trying to get all this in on a timeline so that way it's up and ready for you. So hopefully, when most people are getting up and we're getting going for the day, it's there and ready. So, with that, thanks for visiting. It's always wonderful having you stop by. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.